Sandy here from Scrapbooks Blessings Club, and I have a little like a altered project per se. I want to go ahead and take this box here. This is a makeup towelette box that I keep on my makeup table, and I have these pretty decorated boxes that I got at the store, and they have Velcro closures, and then I have this ugly white box that sits in the middle. So I decided I wanted to go ahead and decorate it. So I figured I would go ahead and do a little process video so you can kind of see how I made this into something a little prettier. Now, what you need when you're doing something plastic like this and you want your paper to stick very well, I go ahead and grab a spray adhesive. The one I'm going to use is Scotch Super 77. It's a multi-purpose adhesive. It works good on plastic and cardboard and metal and wood and felt and everything else. So that's going to help me keep my paper from lifting up. I also have my little tape runner that I will use. I grab papers that coordinate with the colors of the boxes that I have upstairs. And then I grabbed a pearl pen and some scissors. I'm going to use this for decorating the little butterflies because I do have, on my other boxes, I have black butterflies and they have a touch of gold. So that way they can kind of match. And I do have some Gina Marie design die cuts here that I'm going to use because the lid here is an oval lid. So I'm going to find a die cut that matches that so that I can cut the paper so it matches the lid opening perfectly. And right now that is all I need. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and die cut my paper to cover the lid. So I'm going to do that first. Okay, so I went ahead and got this cut out rather. There's, as you can see, the notch here when you hit the button. So I just took a small 1.5 inch circle punch. This is from Fiskars. And just went ahead and notched that out. And then cut it straight across where the hinge is on the back. And I think that will work perfectly. And then, of course, I'm going to put butterfly to embellish it. So that was the closest I can get, and heck, that's better than nothing. So next thing I'm going to do is I want to cut out the paper that is going to go around the base here. And I grab this cute, what is it, foil something, I don't know, there's a name for it, design. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And I'm going to measure and cut. And I might have to go 2 separate, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go that way and then on the other side. So I'm going to have to cut out 2 of these so I can fit it all the way around. No biggie. So what I want to do first is I want to figure out how much, and it looks like it's going to be about 3 inches, 2.5 to 3 inches. So let me grab my ruler just to double check. Flip it around so I can see. Yeah, 2.5. So I don't want to go all the way to the bottom. So I think we're going to go down to about 2.25, even to 2 and maybe 2 3. Let's go 2 3/8 just on the safe side. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, which you also need because I need to cut the paper. And I'm going to go down to 2 3/8. And I'm going to cut 2 of those. And then those are going to be my 2 strips that are going to go around. Now let's do those first. What I'm going to do is grab my Scotch paper adhesive, and I'm going to grab, let me grab a scrap piece of paper. Pick it up. Not too, just kind of back and forth. Make sure I keep it on the scrap because it is gluey. Okay, and the reason I grabbed this is to help me. I'm not going to spray the butterflies or anything like that, but if I needed it, I have it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the back, line it up. Like so. Pop the lid. So there's the back. There we go. Pop the lid, and see, I'm just going to kind of tuck it in there. There we go. Okay, bring it around, do the same thing, tuck it under the lip. Kind of get the corners in the back. This is going to be more to the back, so I'm not too picky about it. Now the reason I started in the back first is so that I don't see any of the seams in the front. So now I'm going to do the same thing, and be careful because this is tacky because you are spraying on it. Flip it over. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this side, starting in the middle. Stick my paper up there under the ledge, try to get it in the middle. There we go. And then bring it around. And then do the same on the other side. And bring it around. Okay, so now the bottom is covered. I flip the lid down. That's what you see all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the top lid here. Just kind of line that up and press it down. Make sure I get it on the hinge. There we go. Now looking at it, I can even go ahead and I can cut it just a little so it's perfectly even for the closure. There we go. Okay, now the top is covered and the sides are covered, and I am going to leave the white because there is white. These are like the 3 colors that are in my other boxes, so it will work out perfectly. Now to finish this off, like I said, my other boxes have some gold accents, some butterflies and stuff, so I grabbed another piece of the pattern paper. This is just random paper. These 2 papers here I used from, let me grab it, the Paper Studio. It's just a pad from the Paper Studio that I got. It was a $20 pad of like 60, 80 papers at Joann Fabrics. So what I want to do here now is I want to go ahead and grab 1 or 2 butterflies and just go ahead and quickly cut them out. Okay, to finish it off, I went ahead and I grabbed the cream pearl pen too, because these are like the color schemes of the other boxes. And let me go ahead and show you what a couple of them, I actually have 4. I'll show you a couple of the smaller ones, but you can see how this is going to tie in with the other 2 boxes of mine. So here is the one. You can see it's kind of like a, it has the butterfly and the polka dots. This one's polka dots. So you kind of see how I got the papers to try to coordinate as much as I can. And there's some cream, you know, in there. And then another one I have is this one here. Oh, this is a big one. Kind of the same pattern. This one has, like I said, this one has polka dots. You can kind of see that one has polka dots and stuff. This one's more all swirls, you know, but it does have the butterflies. Butterfly here. This one has the butterflies here. So that's why I wanted to do this one, because it would match with the butterflies. So, okay, so that is it for me. I hope you like this tutorial, this, like, I guess more process video on how I went ahead and did this. I had a lot of fun with it. I'll give that off to my assistant. So, until next time, bye-bye.
Mama told me assistant.
Bye-bye.